Well, I'm in a bit more casual abodes right now, but anyhow, I want you to see exactly how Jen Zaki took care of Doocy. She wasn't really trying to make a big point, but in the process, I think she did. She really made him look rather silly as he tried to bring up the Just Say Gay bill and ask, how early can we start teaching about gender identity? I have a message for him, however, but let's go ahead and listen to Jen, and then we'll take it on the other side.
And then what about this new law in Florida? At what age does the White House think that students should be taught about sexual orientation and gender identity?
Well, I would say, first of all, Peter, we have spoken to the Don't Say Gay bill in the past, I believe is what you're referring to, and made clear that as we look at this law, what we think it's a reflection of is politicians in Florida propagating misinformed, hateful policies that do absolutely nothing to address the real issues. The Department of Education is well positioned and ready to evaluate what to do next, and its implementation, whether its implementation violates federal civil rights law. But I would note that parents across the country are looking to national, state, and district leaders to support our nation's students, to ensure that kids are treated equally in schools, and that is certainly not. This is not a reflection of that.
And so, just the last one. So, if you guys oppose this law that bans classroom instruction about sexual orientation and gender identity in K through 3. Does the White House support that kind of classroom instruction before kindergarten?
Do you have examples of schools in Florida that are teaching kindergartners about sex education?
I'm just asking for the president's opinion.
I think that's a relevant question, because I think this is a politically charged, harsh law that is putting parents and LGBTQ plus kids in a very difficult, heartbreaking circumstance. And so I actually think that's a pretty relevant question. Go ahead.
On the Ukraine atrocities, Jake referenced some of the images that all our news organizations have been gathering. Is the administration able to gather other and document other cases that you have assembled that we...
Okay, I hope you heard that. But in effect, what she's telling him is, hey guy, the reality is this is a painful issue, especially in a society where it have very little regard to people that are different many a times. But you know what? I have a special message. Somebody, and this I had to learn this on my own. But it turns out that they don't have to learn about gender identity. The people that are transgender or folks that have these what some may call gender issues, because you know what, deep inside they know. Who needs to learn? We do, and when we start to realize that, things will change, not only in the issue of gender, but on several other issues where there are differences.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.